I'm the only son of a wealthy family. To protect me, my father secretly trained 10 orphans as my personal bodyguards. On the eve of my coming-of-age ceremony, my father instructed me to choose one of them to be my wife. Without hesitation, I chose Wendy Lincoln, the second oldest, whom I'd secretly loved since childhood. However, shortly after our marriage, I was kidnapped by a rival group and imprisoned in a dark dungeon, chains piercing my collarbones. I managed to dial Wendy Lincoln's number, only to hear her chilling voice. Henry Lee, what act are you putting on? Your location clearly shows you're at home. You actually made up a lie like this just to avoid going to that boring dinner with me. I listened in despair to Wendy Lincoln's cold and heartless words on the other end of the line. As the water level gradually submerged my mouth and nose, I completely lost consciousness. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself back on the day my dad made me choose a wife. Looking at the 10 photos placed before me, I realized that I had been reborn. This time, I unhesitatingly pointed to the last photo in the row. Mary Scott. My dad was stunned. Didn't you always like Wendy? Why did you choose her? I shook my head, offering no explanation. My mind was filled with Mary Scott's terrified expression as she rushed into the dungeon in my past life, and that final, desperate cry. My dad didn't press the issue, merely nodding his agreement. Leaving the study, I walked into the villa's garden. Suddenly, Sam Clark appeared before me, kneeling on the ground. Master, please, give Wendy to me. You have everything, but Wendy is all I have. I'm begging you. I was stunned. This scene felt different from my past life. Could Sam Clark have been reborn too? Just then, Wendy Lincoln suddenly appeared, and her eyes instantly welled up at the sight. She rushed to help Sam Clark up, glaring daggers at me. Henry Lee, how long are you going to keep hurting Sam Clark? Just because he's the butler's son, does that give you the right to bully him like this? Watching the scene unfold, my heart ached with a strange pain. Wendy Lincoln never truly trusted me, not in this life, nor the last. Wendy Lincoln glared at me fiercely. Let me tell you, even if you choose me as your wife, I will not submit. Don't even think you'll get your way. My heart plunged into an icy abyss. The scenes of my death from my past life flashed before my eyes. Precisely because I knew Wendy Lincoln wouldn't choose me, I decided to let go, to help them be together. But a dull ache still throbbed in my heart. Before I could even speak, a black car suddenly roared into the yard, screeching to a halt. Before we could react, several black-clad men with guns piled out of the car and opened fire on us. Wendy Lincoln reacted fastest. Years of training had instilled in her an almost instinctive response. She rushed towards me, but then, Sam Clark groaned in agony, collapsing to the ground, a bullet in his leg. Wendy Lincoln's eyes flickered with inner conflict, but ultimately, without hesitation, she threw herself over Sam Clark, shielding him. Watching this, I felt my blood turn to ice. Just as the assassin outside leveled his gun at me, a figure suddenly charged forward, interposing themselves between us. As the gunshot rang out, I opened my eyes and saw the person shielding me, Mary Scott. Seeing his attempt foiled, the assassin quickly holstered his gun and fled. Mary Scott radiated a chilling aura, coldly eyeing Wendy Lincoln. Have you forgotten your mission? What if something had happened to the young master? A flicker of evasion crossed Wendy Lincoln's eyes, quickly replaced by a surge of self-righteousness. Sam was injured. Who else should I care about? Besides, he's fine, isn't he? Is it really worth making such a fuss?